Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here once again looking ahead to today's slate for the 25th of January. We do have a pretty nice slate here today. Not sure how many we have, but we definitely do have a handful of games there as you see. So, didn't do a video yesterday. Just didn't get around to it. Kind of a family day as well, so decided to take a day off. So hopefully you guys still did pretty good without me. Finally, it was a pretty good one for us last night. We had a couple really bad days, to be honest, but back at it last night with a top 2% finish last night. So it was pretty dang solid for us. So definitely back on the right track, and hopefully, like I said, we will continue that. As normal, if you guys want to get in on premium lineup advice, all you need to do is hit us up on our Twitter. That will be down there in the comment section below. Click that link right there, and it will send you right to our Twitter. Give us a follow while you guys are there, and also hit us up as well to get in on some more information. So, yeah, that is mostly it. As normal, if you guys do go on to like the video, leave a like as well. We appreciate that as well. And also hit that sub button as well. Like I said, around 34% of you guys are still not subbed. So why not hit that, sub button? Would definitely love for you guys to, stay around and join us. So, yeah, like I said, pretty good one last night. Let's go look at today's slate. Pretty big one, so I'll try to skim through the games I don't really care for. All right. Speaking of the games that I could or could not care for, depending on the news, is Philly and Detroit. No total. Philly by 6. So the big one, obviously, is Joel Embiid. He is officially questionable. Once again, we'll have to see. Every time he's questionable, it's literally the same thing. Look at Howard, look at Tobias Harris, a little bit of Steph Curry, and maybe a little bit of Simmons as well. Like I said, all those guys get a pretty big boost. If he does play, I don't mind looking at Joel Embiid. This guy's been a monster, 35-40% usage rate. So, like I said, if this guy's out, you definitely got to have a couple of guys in this game since Detroit plays pretty close. Man, look at the free throws this guy's been putting up. Crazy free throws for sure. But yeah, like I said, big usage rate. This game should be close if he's out. So I don't mind putting a couple of those Philly guys that I mentioned in there. On the Detroit side, you can definitely, like I said, look at Grant. Wayne Ellington's getting up there in price. He's worth the look. Rose should be out again. He's doing pretty consistent, but 47. I'm looking for a little bit more, but like I said, definitely could give him looks. So like I said, Phillies, I like them if Joel is out. Speaking of another game time decision game with a couple players, we got Toronto and Indiana. So as of now, Kyle Lowry and Siakam are both out. This is a back-to-back for them, so maybe one of them does play. They did play yesterday against, I guess they did. Hold on, let me go look. He's been out for a couple days. Let me go make sure. Pretty sure it was a back-to-back. Yeah, so they did play last night on the 24th, obviously. So Lowry has been out for, 2 games now. So we'll have to see what's going on with him. Obviously, if Lowry and Siakam are both out again, you got to look at Norman Powell. Price came up, but you got to look at him. Even maybe deep GPP. This is like straight up if you want to punt your center position. Aaron Baines, 21 and 24 in his last 2. Like I said, he's not getting a ton of minutes, but if Siakam is out, that kind of forces them to play Aaron Baines just a little bit. So, like I said, I wouldn't go crazy with him. Maybe like in 5 or 6 lineups if you're doing 150 or something like that. But that's only if Siakam's out. If he's not out, then probably not going to play too much Aaron Baines. I don't have a ton of Chris Boucher. Maybe give him a look, but his minutes are kind of being cut back. So not sure if that's because of foul trouble. Let me go look. But last couple days he's been kind of trash. No foul trouble. So yeah, kind of interesting even with no Siakam. Flipping over to the Indiana side, Sabonis is a little much for me. I do like Doug McDermott's price isn't too bad. Oh yeah, OG Anunoby, if Siakam and Lowry out, this guy, have to put him in there. This guy was absolute crazy. Usage rate skyrocketed to 24.9, so got to put him in there for sure. Took an extra four shots, so got to have Anunoby if those guys are out. Going back over to Indiana, no one really I need. I guess Brogdon's worth a look, depending on this total, but I don't have too many Indiana guys. Turner's always worth a look at 7,500. He has a enormous block upside, and he's playing pretty big minutes as well. So don't mind him. And like I said, he's shooting a couple shots, getting his rebounds. So 7,500 honestly is kind of a discount for Miles Turner. So don't mind him either. All right, Charlotte, Orlando. These guys literally played just last night. Aaron Gordon did not play. He will be back at it here tonight. Orlando, I think they were up by 10 or 15 points, and they blew it to Charlotte. So they were absolute trash in the second half of that game. I don't really have anyone in this game. Gordon Hayward's worth a look, and Evan Fournier, even with Aaron Gordon back. At 5,900, he's been pretty dang good with a pretty good usage rate as well, even with Gordon in there. And Hayward at 81, like I said, he's hit or miss. Pretty good usage rate as well. 25 shots last game. My goodness, that's because they were down. So I don't know. I think that game stays close. Not a high-scoring game, but it definitely stays close. As I mentioned before, Charlotte, most of their guys, even in the low-scoring games, do score a pretty good amount of fantasy points. So maybe Hayward, maybe Fortier as well in a couple. Vuk, he's not really been that great, and that's kind of what we're looking at there. Nothing else from that one. Only a 214, but still, like I said, they're still in play. Brooklyn and Miami at 235, and Brooklyn by 7. What in the world is happening to James Harden? I know, Irving is a massive ball hog here, but my goodness, 15, 23, and 20% usage rate. That's literally the lowest I've ever seen from him in a long time. Yeah, I will admit it. He definitely burned us against Miami. He had 8 shots. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he goes off today, but he'll definitely be at low ownership. So if you pick him, he'll be at low ownership. I just don't really want to pick any of these guys. I mean, I guess you can look at Irving. He's still doing half decent, had a lower usage rate, but still, you can probably look at him. I think Harden for sure is kind of the guy you don't want to touch right now. So Irving's still worth a look. KD's at 10-4. I'd definitely go somewhere else. Who else we got? See, Nunn, once again, worth a look. At, what's he at? 6'5". It's a pretty massive total to 235, so you got to look at Nunn. Obviously, got to look at Bam once again. Price skyrocketed, but like I said, the Nets are just trash at defense. So those are the two I'm looking at, and Dragic in a cash game as well. Lakers, Cleveland. Honestly, I don't have anyone. If LeBron's out, Kyle Kuzma comes into play a little bit more, but in 80. But yeah, it's a back-to-back for Cleveland, and they got absolutely demolished last night against Boston. So what was that score? 141-103. They got killed. So, yeah, I mean, like I say, Cleveland look like all-stars against Brooklyn, but it's because their defense sucks. So, LA is one of the best defenses in the league. So, I don't have much of that one. Dallas, Denver, this one's kind of fun. 222 and a 1 spread. Kid Steps is back. Price is at 87. That's, it's pretty high, but it should be a pretty good game. And as we saw last game, Luka kind of loves having Porzingis for obvious reasons. Kind of struggled without him. So I'm going back at it. I like Porzingis and Luka Doncic in this one. Jokic is definitely worth a look. 11-2, but I'm expecting this one on paper to be a pretty good game. So Porzingis, Luka, Jokic, the main guy is Michael Porter, only in a GPP because his minutes are still up and down since coming back. You can look at Brunson. He kind of screwed me last time, but he should still be starting, so you definitely could look at him. So, and Jamal Murray for sure. All 4 of those guys that I mentioned are in play. Boston and Chicago back-to-back for Boston. Kemba Walker is going to be out on this back-to-back. But as of now, it looks like Mr. Tatum is going to come back after about a week and a half to 2 weeks absence with health protocols. Right away, I don't mind him. I still think he's going to get 34 to 35 minutes. He's going to get slotted right back in there at 96. I'd probably pick him over Sabonis here. It could be a blowout, but also, who knows, maybe Chicago plays him a little bit close. Chicago, I gave them praise, and they got, where was it? They got beat to the Lakers, right? Yeah, they didn't get killed, but they only put up 90, so... But we'll have to see here against Boston. They could be a half decent one. I do like Smart once again. Walker and Peyton Pickard are both out, so don't mind going that way. It was a blowout, but Carson Edwards got some pretty good usage rate, 32. And who else played? Aaron Nesmith, 17 minutes. Yeah, they didn't really play enough. But I do like Smart. Brown gets a little bit of a bump down, but also plays half decent with Tatum. They both play pretty well together. So, yeah, like I said, don't mind looking at both those guys. I don't like him, but if you're doing a straight GPP, Gafford, just because he's literally $3,500, he's only going to play about 16 to 18 minutes here, but I think you could definitely give him a look. I guess I don't know. He's 3,500, but overall, probably not going to touch too many of these Chicago guys for sure. All right, moving on. San Antonio and the Pelicans. Man, San Antonio let me down last night, especially DeRozan. Oh my goodness, this guy shot 7 times. His field goal percentage, I mean, his field goal shots are weird, man. 9, 8, 20, and 7. I don't know what's going on with him. Then he shot 25 a couple games before that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't mind targeting this game. The Pelicans, they have been absolutely horrendous. They have been losing so many games in a row, and their defense is just trash right now, as you see here. So yeah, I mean, I don't mind picking a couple of these San Antonio guys. Like, I mean, they've been getting a ton of points 118, 129, 120. So, Pelicans defense sucks. So, don't mind, like I said, a little bit of Bledsoe, DeJounte Murray if he plays here in the back to back. Patty Mills could be worth a look as well. Pretty solid last night for him. We go look here. Rosen, you could go back to him if you want to. Lonnie Walker, maybe, and a couple. Who else are we looking at? That's mostly it. Maybe a couple in that one. We'll have to see what that total is. I mean, they got Pelicans favored by 3, and they've lost like 6 or 7 in a row. So, um, yeah, we'll have to see. I think San Antonio could definitely stay in this game. All right, moving to the night games. Minnesota and Golden State. We have a 225 in Golden State by 8. So another team that started kind of slow, then went hot, then went slow again. Golden State has lost 2 in a row, one to a New York team that they easily could have beat, and then a pretty good Utah team. So yeah, I mean they're what loss, win, loss. So overall they haven't been that great. 2-4 in their last 6. So Minnesota, on the other hand, they're not that great either. Could be a blowout or could maybe stay ish close. Who knows? Um, so yeah, we'll have to see Russell's game time decision. I don't think we'll get any word on him. Um, yeah, overall, I really don't like anyone. Vanderbilt, Curry, I guess, Wiggins. You can look at those guys if you want to. Not a must-have, and that's mostly it. To be honest with you, how's Naz Reid been doing? He's been doing pretty dang good, but this guy's burnt me so many times. But maybe look at him. Wiseman, he's like I said, foul trouble, but he's you know, he's pretty good when he gets a minute. So we'll have to see if Russell plays, and maybe I'll have a little bit more exposure to this game since it could stay a little bit closer. But as of now, maybe Curry, a little bit of Naz Reid, Wiseman, I guess, and a couple as well. OKC in Portland, 223 in Portland by 5, so it is a back-to-back for Portland. They had, a 25-point lead or something like that against the Knicks, and then it was a 3-point win. So yeah, they dropped 70 points or something in the first half, and then they got shut down. Knicks are a pretty good defense though, so scoring 116 against them is pretty good. Not a lot of teams usually do that. So once again, 9,700. I like Lillard. I am a little scared about a blowout in OKC, but who knows, man? I mean, maybe OKC keeps this one a little bit closer than what we expect it to be. I mean, I don't mind even looking at Shea Gilgeous here in this one. Like I said, it is an uptick in pace here for OKC, so don't mind looking at him. Who else we got? I think Dort could be a wild card GPP. He's been terrible the last couple games, but this could be a faster game and in a game where there's going to be a lot of shots put up. So if Dort gets hot, I think he could be a GPP play. Carmelo at 41, still pretty dang cheap ever since McCollum, for the most part, went out. He's been looking pretty good off the bench. So only shot 3 for 14, but still had a 27% usage rate. So don't mind looking at Carmelo at a really cheap 4,100. Who else are we looking at? If Horford's out again, Isaiah Roby. He's pretty cheap, going to get you about 23 to 25. So got to look at him. And Covington's been trash. Cantor, not really too into him at 65. All right, let's go put a couple guys in here. I really do like Luka. I'd have Luka over Lillard because this game should be a little bit closer. So I will definitely pay the little bit extra price tag for that one. All right. I don't love him, but Bledsoe is worth a look. Brunson's worth a look as well. Patty Mills. Who else we got? Yeah, I don't really want to pay for these guys. I mean, you definitely could go Jamal Murray here if you don't want to go Bledsoe, if that's the way you're going to stack your point guards. Shooting guard. Let's see. Shea's a good play, but I think he'll hit about 5 times value in this one. I don't think he's going to go crazy off. I do like Marcus Smart for about 29 to 32 in this one. Little concerned about a blowout, but he is the main point guard over there. Let me see. Not much else down in this area at all. Let me go look. I'm going to go put in Powell, obviously, only if Lowry is out. If Siakam's in and Lowry's out, Powell's still going to start. So Lowry's really the only one that dictates that one there. Where else are we going here? Let's see. Like I said, only if Siakam is out, put in OG for sure. Anyone else? If he's not out, I'd probably go punt to Carmelo at 41. Power forward, like I said, I do like Tatum, Bam as well. Both. That's honestly, I don't know who to pick. I'd probably go Bam. A little bit closer game on paper, and he has been playing more consistent minutes. But I still think Tatum can pop off here for sure. If you don't want to go Bam, I think Kid Staffs is in a pretty dang good spot. Let's go look at centers here. Montrez James. Let's just go. Like I said, I don't love him, but let's just see. I'm trying to get something in here, see if it works or not. I don't think I can get him though. Trying to get something. No, it's not gonna work. I wanted to go crazy and go Bam Kid Staffs, but that only leaves me at 49 per. So I don't think I can do that one. Is there any other power forwards that I like? Vanderbilt, Roby. I forgot about Thaddeus for sure. I think probably your safety net is probably Thaddeus Young for about 20 to 22. So let's just say you want to go Thaddeus Young. I really don't. I like Wiseman, but I don't want to rely on him. The guy's burnt me so many times. All right, let's go get it. My goodness, centers are trash besides Jokic for the upper area. I don't really like any of those guys. I think I'm looking at Jokic and Turner as my two guys. If Joel Embiid's out, got to go Howard, I feel like. So that's kind of what we're looking at there. I got 6,700 left over. If you can get Jokic in there, definitely we'll love to see that one for sure. Like I said, if Embiid's out, that opens up a little bit of I'd probably put Seth Curry in there. Like I said, a little bit of Tobias Harris as well. So we'll have to see a couple main injuries to look at for sure. So, all right, guys, that is mostly it. Thanks for watching. Once again, if you liked the video, leave a like. I do appreciate that. And also hit that sub button as well. And like I said, had a couple bad days, but we were back at it last night with a top 1 to 2% lineup. So, yeah, if you want to get in on NBA Premium lineup advice, all you need to do is hit us up on our Twitter. That will be down there in the comment section below. Click that link and just send us a message and we'll definitely help you guys out. So, all right, guys, a little bit longer video than I thought, but definitely a lot to go through. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys a little bit later on.